recruit, how to build a massive team like he has. So I want to welcome to the call Senior Vice President, Circle Champion, Matthieu Lamontagne. Are you there, Matthieu?
I'm here, Teresa. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. If it's possible to put me co-host, and I'll put this.
I didn't see you on earlier, so I just have to find you in this.
No problem. You'll see the French guy with the magic hair.
Yeah, the magic hair, the good-looking guy.
The guy that looks like Bruce Wayne a little bit.
There you go. You're up.
Hey, well, good afternoon to everybody in the West Coast and East Coast too. But I'm very excited to be on this Zoom today to do a part of the training for the Saturday Canadian training. I want to congratulate Lucy and Larry to become regional vice president. It's so funny. Somebody just told me, I think 2 days ago, and I just realized it's real. You know, these guys are amazing. I met them, probably 10 years ago, and they were building this business really part-time. And again, probably Larry spoke about it. He was a pilot at Air Canada, and things happened, and just the decision that they made to really build this business to the next level, and they gather a few thousand customers in Atlantic Canada. And right now, with the regional vice president position, with the residual coming in month after month, year after year, I think that's freedom. That's success for me. A lot of people say, Matthieu, I want to become a millionaire, and I always tell the people, like I don't think millionaire is going to make you more happy. I think having freedom will make you happy. When people say money doesn't buy happiness, those people don't know where to shop. No, I'm just kidding. No, but when people say money doesn't buy happiness, they don't understand money buys happiness. People that say money doesn't buy happiness don't have money. Because what I realized since 15 years now is when I didn't have money, I still had the same problem that when I have money right now. It's just the solution are different. You see, when I retired my mom 13 years ago from her full-time work as a nurse, that brought me happiness until that day today. So it's not the money that's going to bring you happiness, it's what you're going to do with the money. So I don't know if it makes sense for you, but for me, I got brought up in a family that, money is not important, and just, family and relationship. It is true. But you have to be in a position in your life, then it doesn't matter what happened in the economy. It doesn't matter who's the prime minister, who's the American president. It doesn't matter if there's a crash in the real estate world, if there's a crash like the COVID situation right now. It doesn't matter. If you're free, you can do whatever you want to do, wherever you want to do. You don't need to become a millionaire. If your total expenses every month is $6,000 a month, if all you're looking right now, your mortgage, if you have a mortgage, your traveling, your cars, your kids' education, your food, your insurance, your shopping, ladies, I know we need a budget for that too. So whatever expenses you have, if it's $6,000 a month, you don't need $100,000 a month to become a millionaire after 1 year. All you need is to make $6,000-$7,000 a month residual, and now you become what we call financially independent. You're independent of whatever happened in the world. You're independent whatever happens in your in life in general, because there's money that's going to come in month after month. Because when people use a cell phone, again, when people always tell me, Matthieu, you've been building this business for 15 years. When are you going to stop getting paid? And I'm like, when are you going to stop using the cell phone? Never. So I'm never going to stop getting paid. When are you going to stop using the internet? Never. So I'm never going to stop getting paid. When are you going to stop using electricity and natural gas? Never. So I'm never. And we're launching television. We're launching new services like ID. So all these services are essential services. We heard the last 5-6 months. We heard the essential services is important. It doesn't matter with COVID. Essential services are important. So all you got to understand if you're a guest today is this. Number one, this will be a hard business. It will be a hard business. It looks easy on paper or in front of you, But when you deal with people, you're going to have rejection. You're going to have people that say yes and no. But what I can tell you is this: when somebody says no to you to become your customer, or when somebody says no to join your business and they're maybe negative, all you got to understand, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity, because mostly they got approached by somebody else with a different opportunity. And that person did this for 2 weeks or 2 months or 1 year, and they quit. And they remember those people that approached them about getting rich with something, and now they're looking at you thinking that's the same thing. It is not. ACN is a 27 years old company. We offer services, not product or magic juice or whatever it is, or currency. Like, we're offering essential services, and we are a big company in 27 countries. So we are in the mind of the people that will say no. They just say no now, but they'll say yes later. So you have to be patient. That's one other thing I realized the last 15 years. So going back to Larry and Lucy, I want to say these guys are amazing. When I met them, and now they're regional vice president, they're at that position to have time and money together. And they're also, I know they're good with their people. They have a good culture. And again, they're helping their people. So if you have a chance to meet them or to talk to them, they're awesome people. So my topic today, I'm going to put my little screen here. I put something for Teresa. Teresa, I put a picture for you today. So this is me happy on a rooftop because I'm in Vancouver. As you can see here, beautiful Vancouver. So it's just a joke. I wanted to do it for you because I love Vancouver. I think Vancouver is the #1 city in Canada. I love Montreal, I love Toronto, but I think, and I love New Brunswick. Don't get me wrong. I love Montreal.
But the island is better. You're gonna come further west.
I know. You know what? I've never been to Victoria. It's so funny. I saw the ferry, but I'm like, should I? Oh no, I went one time. Sorry, I went one time, but it was like an in and out. Like I remember I went there one time to do a meeting.
You did.
Yeah, and I almost missed my ferry to go back to take my flight. I remember that day. That was a stressful day. You see, there's stress in ECN. But outside of that, I'm going to be training today for the next 20 minutes about building a team and how you grow your team. So number one, you need to understand, when you start this business, when I started 15 years ago, my mentor told me, Matthieu, do not present, do not talk, just don't say ACN, don't say flash, don't say telecom, don't say $199. Back then it was $499, but don't talk about the money. All you got to do is this. And I'm like, okay, go. He says, are you coachable? I say, yes, I am. He says, you need to pique the interest of the people you want to invite and build with, and you need to invite them to a presentation. And what I will do, because I've been in for many months, that was my sponsor. He says, I'm going to be the one presenting the ACN opportunity, and I'm going to be signing up IBOs and customers. So it's important to understand, when you sign up in this business.
Can just text you.
Oh, somebody's talking. The goal is not for you to present. The goal is for you to invite the people. So very important, you're brand new, you got to pique the interest, invite, and then we will, or the coach or the mentor you have will present the opportunity and sign them up as a IBO or customer. Now, what's important is we have many ways to present. There's one-on-one and two-on-one. You know, last week I went to, it's funny, I went to a Starbucks, and there was a terrace outside, and we started to do a meeting. That was one of the first meetings I did. But there's always ways to do outside or outside or online presentation. But if you do one-on-one or two-on-one, you can do it on Zoom or in a coffee shop or anywhere else. Also, you can do what we call a PBZ, which is private business Zoom, which is a grand opening. So what I suggest is this: when you start, you should definitely book a time for you to do your grand opening. And your grand opening is the most important. You just talk and text and message a lot of people. Just say, I'm starting this business, I need your opinion, or I need your help. And then you put them into the Zoom that we're going to be presenting. That's what we call private business Zoom. Now, every night we have a nightly Canadian-wide overview. So this is more if you want to have a second exposure. If somebody wants to re-see the presentation, or maybe they don't have time and they just go to that presentation. But I would really suggest that you start with number 2, which is going to be a private business Zoom, which you're going to pick up a date with your coach. Now, once you pick up the time and the day, it needs to work for you and the presenter. You do not want to do your first presentation alone. Now, ACN, it's simple to explain. I think everybody can do it, but you need to make sure that you have somebody with you that's going to be presenting. And then once you got that date, you start inviting. I suggest that you invite 20 to 30 people for your first presentation. And the reason is this: out of the 20 and 30, half of them will not be available. So half of them will say, I'm not available that night or that day. So it's going to leave you to the other half that you're going to have at least 30% of those that will say, you know what, I can't, I don't want to see it, or this or that. So you will have about 60 to 70% of people that will show up to your Zoom presentation. So if you want to have 10 people for your first meeting, you need to invite at least 30 people, for 15 to be kind of available that night, and 10 that's going to show up. So it's all numbers. So whatever numbers you want, all you got to focus is 20 to 30 invitation for you to get 10 people that's going to be on your Zoom. Now, what leaders do is very important. The coach that's going to be working with you, number one, will present for you. They will answer any question for you. So at the end of the meeting, a lot of people will say, well, I have a question. How much is the internet? How does it work if I have somebody in Germany? How does it work if I want to get a customer in Toronto? So a lot of time they're going to have questions at the end of the presentation. They'll be answering all the questions. Number three, they will sign up your IBO. Now they'll show you, or they'll do it with you, but it's something very simple to do once you see it one time. And after that, they'll be training your IBO. So when you have a new IBO, we're doing every Saturday a training, but most importantly, your coach will be the one being on a daily basis, touching, being in contact with that person to get them trained. Now, make your list. This is something I prejudge so much, like so many people. When I signed up in this business, I prejudging like most of the people that I thought that were going to be good. When I approached them and they saw the presentation and some of them signed up, I would say 99% of them didn't do well or didn't sign up. But those people that are prejudged, like somebody said, oh, this person is too rich, he's got too much money, or oh, this person is too shy. Listen, one of my prospects, his name is Matthieu Ambrose. And Matthieu Ambrose is a senior vice president, so the highest position in ACN. And when I made my list, I told myself, oh, you know what, he's 18 years old, he's too young, because I was 22, so I'm like, he's too young, he's too shy, doesn't talk to people. But you can never measure the heart of somebody. So instead of thinking of, oh, this person will be good, yeah, put it on the list, but put also the people that you're thinking, oh, maybe not that person. You never know. I signed up a business owner when I signed my first 6 months. I signed up somebody I did RD within like a few months. And it's somebody that owns like a restaurant with his dad. And I remember I told myself, oh, this person is too busy. He's always at the restaurant. He doesn't have time. When I signed him up, he was the busiest person. Okay, yes, he had the money, but he was so busy. He told me, Matthieu, I want to do ACM because I'm tired. I don't tell people I'm wearing a mask every day, but I'm sick and tired of putting 70, 80, 90 hours a week with my dad at the restaurant. I don't want to do this for my life. I want to change. So you see, I never understood that. I never knew that. So never prejudge people. So put everybody that owns a business, because what I realized with my 15 years experience, business owners understand faster than non-business owners. Business owners understand for $199 plus tax and a $25 monthly fee, you're going to have customer service. This just that. You're going to have no inventory, just that. You're going to have no employees, just that. And for $200 and $25 a month, you get a global business that you can offer services and make money residually. Most business owners will understand that. Now, people that have network marketing experience, a lot of people, they have good or bad experience, but what you gotta understand is most of them sold either product and they needed every month to convince their family and friends to order soap, vitamin, shampoo. So this is one of the examples that I give to people. I signed up a guy that used to be in a great product company, an MLM company, and had a good success story, but he was just sick and tired of every month making orders and losing like orders because they needed to order every month. And when I showed him ACN, it took a few months, but he decided to join, and within a year, he became a regional vice president. So you never know who's going to be having or had experience in network marketing, and that would see that with services, it's a different business. You know, when people say, are you doing network marketing? My answer to them is no, I'm doing ACN, because I believe, which I love the industry of network marketing, but I just believe the service MLM network marketing, it's so different from the product. It's a different vehicle. It's a different culture, different mentality. Now, also talk to people that are already successful. It could be in a real estate or a realtor. Realtor are awesome, because they already, when they sell a house or a condo, those customers need to get a home or internet or alarm system. So it's a great combination for those. And everybody else. Everybody else means friends, people that have a job, people that have a business, whoever it is. Write down a list of everybody else that you know. And you should have at least, like 40, 50 names on your list when you start. Now, when you invite people, you need to learn some skills, okay? One of the things I tell people is this, okay? You always got to ask a question. When you're inviting people, always ask questions. So if I call Anarita, I'll give you an example. Hi, Anarita. So if I call Anarita, okay, let's say Anarita, she's a friend of a friend, or she's my neighbor, whatever it is. So first thing I'm going to do, because we're in 2020, so most people don't just pick up the phone. You need to send them a text message, right? So I would send a text message and say, hey, are you busy right now? Do you have 2 minutes? And if the person says, yes, I'm busy, don't go on. Don't go on. If they're watching the Habs game because the Habs are winning, just to let you know. So if they're calling somebody that is busy, just say, okay, let me know when you have 2 minutes. I need to talk to you. It's important. So make it urgent when you call people. Make it, if you want to do a text, make it like a video. Just say, hey, Anarita, listen, I know you're probably busy. When you listen to this message, just call me back or text me back. I need to talk to you. So when they're good, you call them or you do a video with them. You say, listen, I just have about 30 seconds because I'm busy doing stuff. I'm very excited. I wanted to ask you something. Do you keep your business option open? Okay. If somebody you call is 18 years old, don't say that. You need to adapt. If it's somebody young, you could say, are you open to make more money outside of what you do right now? Are you open to make more money outside of your school, outside of your work? So you need to ask a question to get a response. So the 3 response will be, yes, I'm open to make more money. The second response will say, yes, it depends what it is. And the third one is no. If somebody says no, do not try to convince somebody that doesn't want to make money. This is like, you're going to lose your energy. If you call somebody and say you want to make more money, okay? If they say no, just, okay, cool. Do you know somebody that would like to make more money? Right now with the COVID situation, I'll tell you something. More than 92% of people right now, okay, they want to make more money. That's the stats right now. 92% of the people right now, it doesn't matter if they work from home or not, 92% of people wants to have a second or third way to make more money. So everybody is open. They just need to know more information. So most people will say, yes, I'm open to make more money. It depends what it is. And then you invite them. Your goal right now, you pique their interest. The second way is to invite them to see a presentation, and you need to talk about your expert. So if I work with, I'll give you an example. If I work with Lucy, I would say, listen, I want you to see a 25-minute presentation of something that I'm super excited. I had the chance to meet a lady named Lucy. She's from New Brunswick, and she built this large business in the telecom energy world, and she is expanding right now in your city, okay? So when you talk about the person you're working with, you need to put them on a plateau. You need to put them at a higher standard. If it's somebody that is just signed up a month ago, you just say, listen, I'm brand new to this. I don't have all the information about the business opportunity, but this person I've been working with, they spend hours and hours and hours. And you need to understand, even if they put 16 hours, it's hours and hours and hours and hours. So you got to edify that person because they're the expert and you're the beginner, okay? So if they have questions, just say, like, if they say, well, give me the name of the website, just say, listen, I want you to see the presentation because I'm brand new. I want you to hear the information with my coach or with this person. And always talk about your presenter. And if they want more information, just say, man, like me personally, if I were to do the business right now and somebody would say, tell me more about it, I would say, listen, it deals about cell phone, internet, alarm system. It deals about energy. It deals with multiple services and new technology. And we're in 27 countries, but we're expanding a lot of stuff happening right now for Canada market. And I want you to see what we have so you can make money online. And that will be the way to answer question. When somebody says, I want to have the name of the website and then the company or this or that, or else I'm not going to go to the Zoom or the webinar, just say, well, don't come. If you're not open-minded, I don't want you
It's
to
not
come.
for
It's not for
you.
you. You need to take out the opportunity if it doesn't want to take 25 minutes to know how to make money from home. That's just the way it is. You have like 38 million people in Canada that you can talk to about this opportunity. So don't just try to convince one person that is not open-minded. You know, my mentor told me years ago, your mind is like a parachute. If it's not open, you will die. So if somebody is not open to see an opportunity, it's not for them. Okay. So the secret to inviting is you need to make a 3-minute rule. I told you 30 seconds, 60 seconds, but the reality, when you call somebody, if I call Ana Rita, I say, hey, how are you? I can talk for a minute about how's everything, how's the family, you know, how's the COVID situation, this and that. And after like a minute, I should say, listen, I'm busy. I'm about to do a meeting. I'm about to go off. I just wanted to know, right now, outside of your work, would you be open to make more money with an opportunity to work from home?
Always.
And they'll say yes, or it depends what it is mostly. And then this is where you're going to edify the presenter you're working with, and you're going to invite them to come see a Zoom presentation. All right. So the 3-minute rule is important. Do not spend 15 minutes talking to somebody, because it will take you a lot of time to call 10, 20, 30 people. Okay. So we sort and we don't sell. After a presentation, most of the time people will be very interested. Okay, so 10% of people will say, okay, I'm going to sign up in this business. Like I was the type of person that when I saw this, I didn't have the money, but I told myself I'm going to sign up. So that's 10% of people. 80% of people will say, let me think about it. The reality is there's nothing to think about. It's $199 plus tax. It's $25 a month. You acquire a few customers, and then you build a team of people that do the same thing. The reason they say this is either it's not for them and they don't want to tell you, or either they didn't understand the concept properly, or other reason, but mostly is that. So you need to ask more questions. If somebody said, let me think about it, great. What question did you have in your mind that I can answer right now? And most of the time people will say a few questions, and once you answer them in the proper way, or your coach will do that, then they'll become very interested and they'll sign up as an IBO. If not, they'll become your customer. But 10% of people will not be interested. Like I'll give you an example. I have one of my friends, when I show him this, he said, Matthieu, I want to become a doctor. This is not for me. I'm not interested, but it looks super cool. And I think you could be good in this, right? So that person became my customer years ago. So when somebody says no, they say no to the opportunity. They don't say no to become your customer and help you in your business. So make sure that at the end, if somebody says no, get them as a customer for your business. So the way the